The brain starter says, assuming the lines on the top and the bottom, that line and that line, are parallel, what can you say about the angle of elevation and the angle of depression? So that angle and that angle. I'll give you a minute to do the problem. Pause your video now so you can work on it. The relationship between those angles is that they're congruent. They're congruent because they're alternate interior angles, which are congruent as long as the lines are parallel. When working with angles of elevation and angles of depression, you may need to manipulate the diagram slightly. So in this diagram, it says the plane is 150 feet off the ground, but the triangle starts 6 feet above the ground because it starts at the person's eye level. So in order to make this triangle, the far side on the left is not 150 feet. It's 150 minus the 6 feet for the person, giving you a side of 144 for this side. Sometimes you'll be given problems with two angles of elevation, the 52 in this case and the 28. And the easiest way to do these problems is to focus on two separate triangles. One with an angle of 52, and it's best to draw them separately. The angle of 52 and that side of 650, and the larger triangle here with an angle of 28 and the side of 650. Then solving it becomes much easier when you have the two triangles separated like that. This problem is asking you to find the distance between the two houses. That's y in the diagram. So first, to find it, I'm going to use the blue triangle that I've separated right here and find x. And then I'm going to use the red triangle, which is this one, to find this distance here, or x plus y. So first, when finding x, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to label the sides. 650 is the opposite, x is the adjacent, and the hypotenuse is not used. So, think about what ratio we would use to find x. Since we have the opposite and the adjacent, we're going to use tangent in this case. So tangent of 52 equals the opposite of 650 over the adjacent x. Put that over 1 and cross multiply, and we get that tan of 52 times x equals 650. Dividing by tan of 52, we can find x, and x is about 507.84. Now we're going to use the same general logic to find this side here, or x plus y. Now, this problem is going to go very, very similar to the one we just did, because you have the opposite and the adjacent again. The only difference is that we're working with a different angle measure. So we're going to end up with tan of 28 equals 650 over x plus y, and then cross multiply again. Tan of 28 times x plus y equals 650. Divide by tan 28. And we get that x plus y equals about 1,222.47. Now with one last step to solve for y, all we have to do is subtract this 1,222.47 minus 507.84. And that will give us 714.64. That's the distance of y and how far apart these two houses are right here. So, first, we use the blue triangle to find this distance. Then we use the red triangle to find this distance. And you can see that by subtracting them, we'll get the black distance for y, which is about 714.64.